All right, so here's the second part, part B. Now, the easy thing about changing from sine to cosine, because the original function we gave us here, so first off, again, let's read this part. Find the cosine model for the data. So we just found the sine model here, and we don't need to put anything back in the calculator and go in and try to find a cosine regression, because there's not one. There's really not a cosine regression. So what we're going to have to do here, oh my, gotta have stuff going on. Here we go. So what we're going to have to do is take that sine graph, or that sine equation that we found, and we have to do one thing from it. All we have to do is going to write this part down again. And at this point, what we need to do is subtract pi over 2. So to change it from sine to cosine, all you have to do is subtract pi over 2, and whatever that new answer is, we'll change it to a cosine graph. Because remember, that's where C is. So this part right here is C. So if we moved C, that means it's going to move it to the right, because it's minus. So it's going to move over to the right this time and shift it so that it matches up exactly with the cosine graph. So it's going to move that sine graph to the cosine graph. And again, it's shifting left and right, so that there's C, which is you're dealing with your phase shift. And so that will move everything left and right. So with that, let's go ahead and find out what that part is right there as a decimal, and then we're going to rewrite it with the cosine. And again, this was A, and again we did it in the calculator. And so B here, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the calculator. So we have 1.388 minus, we'll do alpha y equals and get the fraction. So pi over 2, we're going to get this answer. So we're going to rewrite this now so it has a cosine in it. So it changes from sine to cosine now. So that is the only difference that happens when it goes from changing it from sine to cosine. That's it. That's the only difference. So if they ask you on the final exam, or they ask you anywhere else, like just another place, how do you change it from sine to cosine? All you do is subtract pi over 2 from C. Just subtract pi over 2 from C. And then you are good. You're good. All right, and that's it. That's all you have to do.